Live from the WJAY studios in Oviedo, Florida, it's season 2 of Wipe Those Tears. With the Tier Masters, Brandon Bogard, Mark Leota, Johnny Pizzi, Scott McVeigh, and Andrew Hucking. Your host and moderator is Jason DeCanio. All right, welcome to this edition of Wipe Those Tears. Jay's All TV and Sports Channel.
Okay, Brandon, put it down. You just got that far already.
I don't know what he's doing. He's always
He was doing this. That's what this one is.
I know Gianni's very excited to be here. He was
yes.
You saw when you introduced him, like, yeah, I've been doing. You guys can't see that, but when you guys,
I saw you doing that.
I know you guys can see it. He's my homeboy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's nice to recreate our intros like that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Right? You know, like I said, you guys submitted your pictures, and if you ever want to change them, just let me know, and we can change them, and then I'd have to redo the whole thing over again. But
no, I'm going to keep my original picture where it is.
That's fine. I'm referring to Mark Leota, who's just showing his face like a big marshmallow, but you know, that's what he wants. He can't.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping that.
I know, man. I know. This week it's 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, and I made a major announcement before we went on the air that on the 27th of this month we will not be airing us Wipe Those Tears. We will be off for Thanksgiving week to take the whole week off. You guys deserve it. So next week will be our final week of November, and then we come back the week after Thanksgiving, which I believe will be what December
4th.
December 4th. Okay.
Yeah, and
I was just going to say that.
And if I'm not mistaken, Christmas Day actually happens to fall on one of our usual nights. So I'm assuming we probably
yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, we'll probably be off for 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year's, and probably back until the second week of January, for that matter.
Yep.
That's the way it goes on the calendar dates, and you know that's how it is. But what I want to also say is we might be facing another hurricane, and Brandon Bogard and I have to probably prepare for it again.
It's the middle of November, though.
I know. Tell me something that I totally agree with you, Mr. Leota. I totally agree with you, but I just don't understand why we got to have one more before the end of the season. I don't understand it.
Jason, I already double checked already, and so far you be all right.
Okay, well that's Bogard too, because he's down south from me, so he, you know.
So you both. I double checked, and you're both all right.
All right.
And also, when it comes to Mario and Luigi Brothership, yeah, I've been had a lot of fun with that the last week. And when it comes to that game, when it comes to reviews for that game, IGN sucks.
I didn't lie about almost everything.
5 out of 10. Yeah, right. More like a 10 out of 10.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
And just to let you also know that Scott McVay is not going to be with us again this week due to an MVG production schedule conflict. I love you guys at MVG, but I just cannot understand why you have to schedule it at the same time that we're on, even though you guys are like an hour away from me.
See, this is why I do 2 games on MVG, of course, Jason, as you know, Caesar's Challenge and Professor Luck Excel. And those 2 games, I usually try to schedule early in the week. In the case of Caesar's on Monday night and Professor Luck on Tuesday nights. That way I'm free the rest of the week.
Yeah. And see, I only record 10 weeks at a time on the 3 game shows. When I'm done recording, you don't see me for another 10 weeks, or another 20 weeks, actually, because then I'm playing back those shows on the Monday night. So you won't see me in Discord for another 4 or 5 weeks, probably after the new year.
Oh, yeah, to take the next block.
Exactly. And that's when the season 5 is going to be happening, when the Tournament of Champions
for Blockbusters. Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
That's right. And so you and, of course, Scott McVay are part of that tournament because you have been retired as undefeated champions. But more about that later on. We've got to get into this game here. Not even in the game. We have to spin the wheel first to see what we're going to be doing as far as who am I, where am I, what am I, or hard ass.
The huge question is if this is going to be a hard ass this time for the first time. That's why now let's spin the wheel.
All right, good luck. Here we go.
The wheel.
All right, here we go. Spinning the wheel.
Oh,
here we go. Where am I?
Ooh.
Oh, I think you might get this one tonight, gentlemen.
All right. Okay. And now it's time for the best part of our show, the rules, please.
Oh, yes. Let's go ahead and get the rules of the game going here. Good. Thank you. All right. Okay, as you know, we're getting ready for another look at the NES games. Probably wrapping up the M's, going to go into the N's. You have to give a score from 50 to 100 based on cover art, playability, and anything else that you think is that pertains to the game. Once you give an answer, it is recorded and it cannot be changed. You'll have 2 minutes from our timekeeper, Mr. Hockey. 3 cities are available, and anything else you can think of in that time frame. Good luck to all of you. All right. Put the volume up a little bit higher on that one. Hopefully you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
I couldn't hear it with the volume all turned down.
Oh, you couldn't? Oh, I thought.
I hear a little bit. I heard a little bit. I couldn't hear them loud enough yet.
Ah, okay. Well, in the meantime, thanks for letting me know that, because on the playbacks I could hear that as well too. So let's.
All right.
All right.
Well, there's only 5 more M's left.
Yeah. And how many games have we done, Mr. Statistician?
Well, it looks like I've got to do some recalculation, because apparently I'm looking at. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Nothing wrong?
I know we did 369 so far.
Okay.
And add the 10 from last week.
Okay.
So that would make 379.
Yes.
And we still have. Well, there's 710 altogether. So 710 minus 379 would make 331 games left.
Yeah.
If that was the correct stats.
41.
341? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's still half of 710 is actually about 355. So we are close to the halfway mark. We are close by about 6 games. There you go. That's good. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. We got our first game going up on the board here. It's Mule. And there it is. Mule. Mule. Yeah, it's by Mindscape and Eastridge Technology, September 1990. It was an unreleased game, by the way, too. Yep. This game was ported to the Commodore 64, NES, IBM compatibles, like the subsequent Atari 8-bit models. None of these systems allow 4 players with separate joysticks. So, on the fictional planet Arata, which is Atari backwards. The game is an exercise in supply and demand economics involving competition among 4 players with computer opponents automatically filling in for any missing players. Players choose the race of their colonists, which has advantages and disadvantages that can be paired to their respective strategies. To win, players not only compete against each other to amass the largest amount of wealth, but also must cooperate for the survival of the colony. And I will leave it at there because there's so much more description. And if I was to give you a description longer than that, you'd probably bore yourself to death. Okay, this is the running order. We'll divide it by 5, and we start off with the ever popular Canadian himself, Mr. Timekeeper, Andrew Hawking.
Okay, so this game, I know this is a 4-player game, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I see, why is there a horse on the moon? I'm like, holy jeez. And I see the guy. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I deserve that one. Yeah. Anyways, and there's, of course, the guy is holding an American flag on the moon. That's appropriate when you go into space, of course. And I see a planet behind it. So for this game, it was released in 1990, right?
Yes.
I'm going to keep it in the theme area, 90.
90. Look at this guy. He gives him a Taco Bell. And a big fat 90 for Mr. Hawking. And now we go to the other Canadian buddy who's a Mario freak, Mark Leota.
Okay. Horse on cover.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, that's no Mr. Ed, you know. Oh, wait a minute. That's a Mr. Ed joke.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe this horse is Mr. Ed's son. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, there we go.
You know what? I'm going to agree with my fellow Canadian here. 90.
Oh, you're going to double up on it. Oh, my goodness. Yep. Okay. We'll double up on that one. Give you a Taco Bell. Play the double here. Good. We got it. Now we go to Brandon Bogard with Mule.
I like that. Yeah, you got that one.
When it comes to horse sound effects, we got them right there, you know?
Yeah.
The story with this game is all over the place, and it doesn't look like the gameplay itself ties in with the story.
Uh-oh.
Not just with the front cover. You guys covered that already.
Yeah.
But there's mechanical donkeys. And says something about dirty work and growing food. What? I'm giving this crap 53.
Oh!
And we get the feeling that between a donkey and a horse, it just doesn't make any asinine sense.
I like that.
Yeah, you got Jason's got one too as well. I like that.
I know, right? Yeah. All right, Gianni, you're up with Mule.
I have not heard of this game, but I mean, I don't know. I kind of liked it, but now I'm not really a big fan of what I'm seeing. A lot of blue, especially in the title screen and the menu.
Yeah. Well, now, did James have a chance to play this game?
I don't know if he has.
I don't remember seeing Mule showing up in any of his episodes. Maybe unless they did a free Monday play with Mike,
Maybe he did. I'm looking at. I don't know,
No.
but I've
Okay.
heard of this game. I think I don't know where it's coming from, where it came from. Actually, no, it's not. They have not. I guess we'll turn on that. But have not seen much of this game. I'm not liking a lot of blue. The title screen, I kind of like not title screen, some of the gameplay. I like when I see some of the background, a little bit of red in there. But I'm gonna put it on the C tier 77.
77. Okay.
Double sevens.
Good job. Still a decent grade for a game. He almost was like, I don't know if I want to put it in that bad of a category. He almost gave it like a Scott score there for a minute.
Off by two, of course.
But then again, you know what they say. All right. Now, I've never heard of the game, but I love the title. Mule. Yeah, Mule. You. If this is based on an economical game where it's like health and like wealth and stocks and bonds, this is probably a game for somebody who wants to play the stock market so badly. I think the cover art is just so sad. Like, Brandon Bogart said, why the heck is there a horse in the sunset? I don't know. I don't get it. And the title itself is an acronym for something else,
Mm-hmm.
Messed up life equal. Oh, we got a comment from James here. Oh my goodness, a horse and a donkey on the moon. Who created the game based on the animal on the moon? Crazy Canadians, Family Feud Canada. Jerry D would love this video game from the 90s. Thanks, James, for the comment. Anybody know who James is? I don't know. Maybe. Do you guys know who he is?
I don't know.
I don't know who this person is.
No relation to James Rolfe. It's not James Rolfe. We know that.
Okay, thank God it isn't, because I think he probably have a lot to say about the game itself. I'm gonna give it just a passing grade of 70 for the cover art. That's about it. Yeah, that's all I can give it.
All right.
Yep. All right.
And you were lucky, Jason. You're about 28 seconds left.
Oh, thank God. I know I was really, I'm being timed too, as everybody knows, in fairness to everybody else. Yes.
Because if it reached like 0 seconds left, I was almost going to hold that sign of ours, but I got lucky on that one.
Yes. All right. Here we go with our average. All right. Well, this is not going to be in the A or the B, but it will be actually in the C tier. 76. 76 trombones led the hit parade.
76 trombones. Oh my goodness.
With 110 mules,
I like that. All right, what's next?
Next up is Muppet Game. Oh, the Muppets are going to space. Yes. This one is Muppets Adventure Chaos at the Carnival. Yeah. Ooh. High-Tech Expressions, November 1990, unreleased. Let me give you a little bit about this one here. Let's see. The NES version of this game is unique from its computer counterparts in that it has on-screen hearts designating hit detection, but eliminates the 2-player mode. The player is required to complete each level with a specific character at the initial levels, which you can complete in any order as follows. Kermit the Frog rides an inner tube down a river. Fozzie Bear must escape a funhouse of desserts. Gonzo flies a spaceship. An animal drives a bumper car. And then after completing these initial levels, the player then controls Kermit, armed with a feather, in Dr. Grump's castle. Oh, yeah, so you have to beat Dr. Grump after all the other things that you've done. Yeah. You have many games, including Bumper Cars, Funhouse, Tunnel of Love, Duck Hunt, and Space Ride. Yep. So it's a chaos at the carnival, and this time we'll start with Mark Leota.
Okay. So, believe it or not, I have actually played this before.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the NES cartridge for it, though. So, how I would have played it was on a website that emulates NES games, and this was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I had even done a recording of it for my YouTube, and it was not that good of a game, I'm sorry to say.
Uh-oh.
I mean, the Muppets are great on TV, but if you try to put them in video game form, sometimes it doesn't really work out too well.
Right.
So, unfortunately, I'm not going to give it a 50. I'll be a little bit nice, but I'm still going to have to fail this. 54.
54.
Oh,
You were a little bit nicer by 4 points. That's about it. 54.
Hey, I never said I was going to be that nice.
Oh, the heartless, cold Mark Leota. No.
No, I don't know how nice I was going to be with that score. So
There you go. All right, Brandon Bogard, you're up with Muppets Chaos at the Carnival.
I'll be the judge of that.
he got it! He got it!
Yes, return.
Yeah.
I remember that one. I remember. Yeah. Give him a fitting
How you doing, buddy?
Very well.
That's good. I'm glad you surprised us. I was wondering when our little mini me was coming around these necks of the woods, you know?
I'm only doing this for this game. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Now, it says on that cover that help Fozzie Dare lick the amazing ice cream maze. Fozzie's gonna have diabetes after that.
Oh, James says cool ventriloquist there.
Yes, thank you, James.
Yes.
Also, in one of the gameplay images, I see Elmo in there.
How the hell did Elmo show up? He's a Sesame Street character.
But he is technically a Muppet.
He is a Muppet. That's true. I have to. Yeah, you are right about that.
Yeah.
Yep. But at the same time, how the hell did he cross over?
Right, these kinds of Muppets and the Sesame Street Muppets are not quite the same exactly.
No, they're not.
Yeah, but usually you see, more often than not, you would have in the old days you would have seen Kermit on Sesame Street.
Yes.
That was
Well,
really
yeah, that's the only crossover is that Kermit's in 2 different shows because he is what they call the character. Yes.
Anyhow, we grade this 85.
85? Wow.
Oh.
That's a really good score there, little Jeff.
Oh.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Have a great night. All right. How do you up with the Muppets with Chaos at the Carnival?
Okay, I mean, Chaos of the Carnival definitely looks like a lot of chaos in this game. I don't know where else.
As much chaos as Mario Party Chance Time.
I don't know about that. I never played this one, so we'll see. I don't know, but that is chaos too. But yeah, I'm seeing one picture I'm looking where you're kind of going down the river and whatever that game is.
Yeah.
Scaled down version of Kermit, I'm seeing. Yeah, a scale. Okay, yeah, still scaled down. Not a big fan of that. I can't really see graphics on how much look. I like how Fozzie looks. I can't see where the Elmo is in that. Wherever the picture of Elmo is, it on the cover?
I don't know if it is. You would have to ask Brandon Bogard because he said he found.
I don't see it. I see some other monster on the cover.
Here, I'll send the link to you in the private chat of that.
That's it. Okay. Elmo, he is in this one. Okay, that's what I was looking at. I don't see it.
The little red guy in like the bottom left.
Oh, I think I kind of see it.
Hmm.
Is that supposed to be Elmo?
Are you talking about the guy with the almost mad sign, the guy pulling Miss Piggy?
What?
Like,
I don't think that's Elmo. If that's what
Elmo
you're
should
referring.
be at Sesame Street.
No, I'm looking at. No, I'm talking about on the back cover.
Oh, the back cover. Oh, I see it now. I know what you're talking about. Yes. Okay. That does look. That does look a little bit like Elmo. Yeah, it looks like something else. I don't feel like it was trying to resemble Elmo. But I'm gonna give this one 79.
79. Oh. Okay, that was almost time, wasn't it, Judge?
How close?
Yeah. Actually, 2 people got lucky on that one. Oh boy.
Okay, so he still gives it a 79. All right, Andrew, you're up with Muppet Adventure.
Okay, so this game, I know I'm a huge fan of the Muppets, of course. And Kermit and Miss Piggy tying at a big crystal. And I look at the cover like, I did not see Elmo in that cover. Whoever said it's Elmo, they're like, oh geez, totally crazy on that one. So I'm gonna keep it simple. And Brandon Bogart, get the drum roll ready. We're gonna reveal my number. All right. You ready?
Oh, a 90. Taco Bell for Andrew Hocking. That's 2 90s in a row for the man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you, I love the Muppets. Love them in every which way, shape, or form. But I'd rather watch them on TV or on Sesame Street or in the movies than playing a game. Again, remember, it goes back to what I was saying. Watching it on the movies is so much better and so much cheaper than buying a game that's dedicated to a specific character you can watch on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Love the cover art. But again, 8-bit is very, very limited on the detail of the characters. Now, if this was 16-bit, maybe a Sega version, a Super Nintendo version, or 32-bit, or even a 64-bit, you'd probably get a lot of detail out of Kermit and the gang, and probably give it a score that's probably even higher than that. But again, 8-bit is just playing, it's just playing,
And if I'm recalling correctly, I think this game came out a couple years or so before Sesame Street became all Elmo focused.
Yeah, and it was probably the same year that Jim Henson passed also, too.
Yeah,
89, he passed in 90.
passed in
Yeah.
89.
Passed in May, so this was after Jim Henson's passing. So that's probably why they were trying to launch a lot of products in his remembrance, in his memorial.
Yeah.
But you gotta like that all the Muppet characters, from the Sesame Street characters to the actual Muppets, Muppet Babies, the Fraggles, they all came together along with Jim Henson in the Muppet Family Christmas. Sorry to bring that up.
Last thing that's very true. And that was in 87. Yep. But with this, I'm going to actually give it, I'm going to pass it again with probably I'm going to go actually 65 and D it. I'm going to D it. All right, we got our 5 scores, so let's go ahead and average it out. All right. Well, this is going to be another C, 74.6.
Ooh, point. Almost close to the mid and almost close to the 75.
That's right. Almost closer to Scott's score. All right. Well, we've got our first intermission of the game. All right. They got our banners up for tonight. So let me get the banners going here. Hold on. I got to get those in the white post here. It is Where Am I? That's our first look. And we've got our first of 3 clues. Good luck to you on this Where Am I for November 13th, 2024. Here is the first clue. I am a U.S. state.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that narrows it down a bit.
Well, definitely. That's not. So we know it's not Canada, guys. So you can't answer that.
Ah.
Yeah. Clue number 2. Only Alaska and Texas are bigger than me.
Mhm.
All right, you might get it off that clue. And clue number 3. But I have the most people.
Oh,
Most what?
Most
Mo-
people.
I think I got it. So wait and see.
All right.
Properly. The
Who's
most,
passing gas here?
I don't know.
Somebody's passing gas.
Not me.
Not me.
Oh, I'm passing gas. All right.
yeah, like,
And anybody need a break? Go to the bathroom, take a drink.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay. You go to the bathroom? All right. So we will, in the meantime, we will, like I say, we will let you know that there will be no show in 2 weeks. So that way, but we'll be back, of course, on the week of December 4th for 3 shows up until that point. And then,
Yeah. In the meanwhile, while we wait till we come back, we got the update on the times, and I'm glad to say Mark is the only one who got in below 40 seconds at 35 seconds.
oh, wow. Oh, there you go. Okay.
And of course, I get myself one for 48 seconds. Yep, there we go. I got myself for 48 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And 3, yeah, there. And I'm going to say Brandon Bogart got lucky with 3 seconds to spare.
Now, wait a minute. That wasn't him. That was me.
So that's it for now, and until when we get back, and we'll continue on the time. I gotta make sure I gotta keep eye on the time. That's why.
Yep. And just so you know, we'll be off for Christmas and New Year's, guys. So you guys get 2 weeks off for Christmas.
Yes.
Because it falls right on a Wednesday, and we, yeah. Isn't that nice? I mean, isn't the great?
Yes.
Has an advantage to you. There's
All
Johnny.
right, he's back. All right.
We're back and ready for the next round here. Let's go ahead. Pull up the board. Okay. Picking up where we left off. Now, any description for this, unless somebody can tell me what the name of the game is.
Muscle.
Is it just plain muscle, or
I
is there?
believe that's what the game is called.
Yep.
Okay.
Just muscle.
Which one is it?
Just muscle.
Just muscle. So it's under J, actually.
No. It's only called muscle.
Oh, okay. Well, that's weird.
I'm saying just muscle because there's no this muscle or that muscle. It's muscle. It's only muscle.
Okay. Well, all right. I don't even see that. So I don't even have a description for it. That's interesting.
It's a boxing game. I know that.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's a boxing game, and anybody else can give me a description on it. That'd be great.
Right.
I'd like to give you something, but I can't because I don't have it.
Okay.
I found it. Let me send you in the chat.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Let me All right. Okay, tag team match muscle. Okay. I guess that's what it means. Yeah, tag team match muscle. Okay.
Well,
so
then shouldn't that be in the T's?
yeah, that should be in the T's. So what we're going to do is we're not going to critique this game. We're going to put it down in the T's for you. Whoops. Okay. We're going to put that in the T's. And you get to see what else we're up against later on in life.
Yep.
Tell me when I get close to a T.
Let's see. Keep going
It's
down.
all Ninja
Proceed.
Turtles. It's all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles down. So you're close.
I'm close. Okay, right about here.
Tag. Might be a little close. I think leave in between maybe Taboo and the other one.
Okay.
Right above it. Right above it.
Oh, okay. Right there.
That's the one.
Okay, so we'll look at that later on.
In the meanwhile,
Okay. Oh, we have another comment here. How to give Muscle a 25 out of 100. Not enough information. Don't know if it's a physical education game or what, but didn't absolutely. Okay. Well, the thing is, it was out of sequence. Even though it was in Muscle, it was the little title of Tag Team Muscle was not available to us until later, just like the last second. So we'll look later on there, James. But no worries if you want 25. Actually, you can't, he gave it a 25 out of 100. You can't give it anything less than a 50. So,
and I already figured out the next one is
okay, which is the
mutant virus.
Oh yeah, sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah.
The mutant virus, and I know we have that one. I know we have that one. There it is. Crisis in a Computer World. And this one is the plot centers around protagonist Ron and his fight to eliminate a virus out of a global AI that is responsible for every aspect of technology in the game's present day. Now, if Ron is unable to extinguish the virus, humanity will be thrown back to the Stone Age. The player controls a miniature spaceship which shoots antivirus and other variations of the weapon to try to contain the virus in that room. And the virus in the game is a cellular automation following the rules of Conway's Game of Life, with the exception that each cell is either a virus cell green or a clean cell light blue. As new cells are made, they either become virus cells or clean cells, depending on which type makes up the majority of their neighbors. So this looks like a puzzle game.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so it's almost kind of like Tetris or Dr. Mario or some version thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay, we start this time with Brandon Bogard.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Virus. I'm sorry. Well, really, when you think well, when you think about it, maybe Ron has a girlfriend named April O'Neil.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's the unknown character in Teenage Mutant TMNT, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I guess it looks very interesting, and I like how the gameplay is set up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it 96.
96.
Ooh.
All right, there you go. Nicely done. Okay, Gianni, mutant virus or the mutant virus.
I have not heard of this one, but yeah, I mean, I thought as soon as they thought mutant, I thought Ninja Turtles, and the logo on the cover art kind of makes it look like Ninja Turtles a little bit. It's green. I'm looking at a screenshot from the Wikipedia page. A lot of green slime or whatever that is.
Oh, I forgot to give you that it was Rocket Science Productions, American Softworks Corporation, April 1992. April! Hello!
Oh, no, they did not.
April O'Neil.
I don't know if that's a coincidence. If they purposely did that. I don't know.
I know, right?
Purposely did.
Was thinking the same thing, Gianni. You know, April.
I know.
Too, right?
And
Yeah.
what I see, like on the cover, the people on the cover, they look like Ninja Turtles. Now it's not really Ninja Turtles knockoff game.
Yeah.
I see purple. It looks like Ooze, Secret of Ooze. You ever seen the second movie?
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
I remember that one.
Saw the cartoon more than I did the movies.
Me too.
Yeah, I think everybody can relate to the cartoon.
I'm gonna give it 82.
82, okay. A low B, but a very respectable one at that. Nicely done. Okay. Andrew Hocking, you're up with the mutant virus.
So I never heard this game before. I know it's about 7 years after I was born, and I look at the picture. I look at the picture like, oh wow, this could. You could be right, Jason. It could be a puzzle. It could be a puzzle game on that one. So for that, Mr. Bogart, drum roll, please. I want to reveal my number. Here we go. It is
92. He puts it up at the year and another Taco Bell. There we go. All right. Very good. Okay, Mark Leota, you're up with the virus.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Virus. No.
No.
See, he gets it. He gets it.
Every day.
He gets it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to give this one a 90.
Oh, you're going to double
Ooh.
up. Okay. 90. All right. There we go. And another Taco Bell. Very good. Okay. Well, I tell you, I like puzzle games, and by the looks of this, I believe what they say when yeah. I have to look at the screenshot again here. Yeah, that would definitely be like, you know what it looks like? It looks like Free Cell on the computer.
Oh! Yeah.
Free City, Free Cell.
All right, woo! There we go. Yeah.
If you now are not ever seen the game Free Cell in your life, surely you have.
I think I have, yeah.
Microsoft. Yeah, I mean that looks exactly like it without the numbers, but just yeah. In fact, I thought I saw something like that on another game, maybe like Risk or something. I don't know, not Risk. What's the game that Risk? Yeah, Risk.
Yeah, yeah.
Axis and Allies. Axis and Allies. I'm going to give this one, since it's a puzzle game, I'm going to give it an 85. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
My ear, Jason, my ear.
Oh, okay, copycat. I wasn't trying to be,
Hey, I don't mind that.
Right,
let's get the average. Let's get the average.
Oh, boy. Ooh, you were so close.
Ooh.
It's not going to be an A. It's going to be a B by 1.89. Oh, so close.
89 even.
89 even. Yeah, let me put it up there. Going up to the B tier. The long B tier. There it is, right there. Yeah.
All right. No, next.
One more M here, and it is finally Mystery Quest is the final M game of this series. Thank God we are finished with the M's after this. Mystery Quest. Oh boy. All right, let me give you the lowdown on this one here. By Carrie Lab and Taxen. April 1989, another April game. It's a platform game developed by Carrie Lab. It was published in Japan by Square and Taxon in 89. The game follows the journey of Hao on his quest to become a wizard. Real simple. So, judging by the cover art, it looks like this guy looks like the man on the boy on the billboard that's one of those restaurants. What am I talking about here? You know which one I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I guess. All right, this is the fourth game, so we start with Gianni Pizzi.
Okay. Mystery Quest.
Yep.
Have not heard of this one.
Mhm.
So I'm okay. I kind of all right. I like a little bit of the cover art. It kind of matches what you're gonna see in the game. I mean, you have what's going on here is kind of a mystery. I mean, the guy's little boy's hitting the squirrel with a laser, or it's not squirrel, I don't know why, it's a squirrel, snake coming from the laser out of his hand.
Yeah.
Then you got killer bees, a bear digging out of a hole of the moon. A lot of weird things. And then the castle, I think it's in Mylon Secret Castle from last week that we talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see if I can get. It was a back cover art I found somewhere. I don't remember where it was. But here it is. Here it is. Yes. Okay. Kind of see. It looks a little like Zelda 2 with the palace in the back, and like the little help art. But it does look like Zelda 2. Let's put it 88.
88. Okay. You got it. Okay, Andrew Hocking, you're up with Mystery Quest.
All right, so once again, I haven't played this game before. If I can find this game, I will play it. So, and there's a little boy. Why that laser pointing at that snake? Like, oh my goodness! And he was holding the yeah. Anyways, and of course, he's the laser on the snake holding the key. So, yeah, and Brendan Bogart, drum roll, please.
You're gonna one up him, oh boy, 89. Wow. Okay. Now we go to Mark Leota with Mystery Quest.
I have never even heard of this one.
Wow. Okay.
Is he wearing a bellhop costume there on the cover?
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, it looks like he's wearing he's an elf.
Yeah. I see that.
Not wearing the traditional green elf costume like you would normally. It's more like a red elf.
All right.
Remember, this is Asian stuff. So his name is Hao. Oh.
Oh,
you knuckleheads.
No, I was doing it like that.
How we doing it?
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll say 83.
83. Okay. Okay, Brandon Bogard, you're up with Mystery Quest.
Before I say, how many drum rolls do you need even?
As many as
I always gotta reveal my number every time.
That's the new thing with Andrew Hocking, you know?
All right, well, so this doesn't look too bad. Some kids would enjoy it. My question is, what's with the angry bees?
Oh, yeah, I think he got it.
Yeah.
But as strange as it is, I'm going to give it a 93.
Oh!
A 93, Taco Bell from Mr. Bogard. All right. Well, you know, I've never played this game. In fact, never heard of it until we started talking about it right now. So at this point, looking at this interesting piece of whatever this is, I mean, you know, it didn't really give much detail in the game. It just says he's going on all these adventures and mysteries. And I guess with that kind of limited amount of detail, it's a very hard game. I wonder how many levels are on here, which makes it even much harder than what it says it is, you know? With that in mind and the cover art, I have to fail it. 59. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Not see a cover and so much green. It's like, wow. The green border, and then everything is just coming at you at once.
Really? Are you sure you're not looking at me?
What? Not that. No, not that wall. I'm looking at the game. I'm looking at this. looking at this right here, and I'm not looking at your green wall. No. So if 59 is in, and yeah, that's my take on it. Let's see what the scores are going to look like right now. Okay, well, it's going to be in the B tier, 82.4, even with my failing grade. Didn't matter. Okay, we'll put it up there in the B tier, which I thought it was going to be lower than that because I failed it so badly. But no, you guys gave it some high marks there, and a mystery quest goes in, and there you have it on that one. So now,
for the first time, we're going to the next letter of the alphabet.
Yes, and the next game on the list is going to be Narc. Ooh, Narc. Yes.
Narc.
One I have not played nor heard of.
Yeah, this game is by Rare and Acclaim Entertainment. Hey, Gianni, Acclaim, you know?
Yes, I've heard of him.
August 1990. Now, let me give you the lowdown on this one here. Now, this was also an arcade game. The game's main characters are Max Force and Hitman, who have received a memo from Spencer Williams, Narcotics Opposition Chairman in Washington, D.C., dispatching them on Project Narc. Their mission is to apprehend Mr. Big, head of an underground drug trafficking and terrorist organization. The player controls either Max Force or Hitman, who shoot or arrest junkies, drug dealers, and organized crime kingpins. Max and Hit are each equipped with an automatic weapon and a missile launcher. When an enemy is dispatched using the latter, they explode in a torrent of scorched and bloody appendages. Some enemies can be arrested after they surrender and then float away with busted over them, in quotes. This is then added to a tally at the end of the level, along with drugs and money confiscated from other enemies that they dropped when gunned down. The game awards more points at the end of a round for arresting enemies without killing them. So if you don't kill them, you actually get more points. Yeah, there you go. Interesting game. Ooh, that's the back cover. It was an arcade game at one time. All right, so we're in the fifth game. We go back to the top of the order, and we start this time with Andrew Hawking with Narc.
Well, I never played this game before, and it was a long time ago. If I'm going to play this game, I will definitely try it and see what happens. For now, I'm going to give
90. All right. There you go. Nicely done. Taco Bell for you. All right. Now I got a private message chat that says Scott says I remember Narc in the arcades. Very interesting. I will make one score for tonight. So far of 99. Ooh.
which one?
Narc.
Oh, Narc. Okay.
He's definitely giving it a 99, and that's a Taco Bell.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he gives it a 99. One
Even when
fry.
he's not here, he's still relevant.
Yep, that's for sure. Now we go to Mark Leota with Narc. Mark?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, Narc, I have never heard of.
Well, Mark rhymes with Narc, you know?
Yeah, one off my name. Turn my name into a K, not a C.
I know, right? That's the only difference.
Anyway, I'll give this a 64.
Oh, 64. Man, what a buzzer. Okay, Brandon Bogard, you're up with Narc.
So this one seems a bit bright. Like there's a lot of brightness. Like, can we like dim whatever it is? Like, oh man. Plus, one of the characters looks like one of those Fix It Felix characters.
Smoke weed every day.
That's for sure.
I'm still gonna give it a respectful 88.
88. Okay. All right. Okay. Gianni, you're up with Narc.
Okay, I have heard of this one. I don't know if James has played it. Maybe he has. It's probably where I've heard of it.
Probably because they probably covered it somewhere in their repertoire of games.
So I'm gonna quickly look that up. Search James and Mike. Yeah, they played the arcade version of this actually.
Okay, so they did have a little taste of it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, I like what I'm seeing. The cover art, I believe the cover art kind of looks cool, including the title screen. It looks like the Power Rangers a little bit.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep. It kind of does. I mean, and then when you get to the actual gameplay, it looks like the guys from Ninja Gaiden with guns.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. I don't know what's going on, but they look like cops, I believe. I'm gonna give this. I like this. 80.
80. Okay.
80, yep.
There you go. 80. All right. We'll get that in there again. There it is. That was a weak one. There we go. Oh, yeah. And James says every computer game, electric game should be available during Toys and Games Convention. Lots of interesting games. So right about that one. I couldn't agree more with you, James. Thank you for the comment. Yep. Oh, and Scott says with guns.
He also gives it a 99.
Yeah, I already had put that in. Yes, I already put his score in there. All right, so Narc, hey, isn't this the game where you can shoot through the windows? You know, picking them off in the windows, and then you can go through the glass, or you have your rope and you climb up the building. Isn't this that game? I'm not sure. A friend of mine was playing this game, and you have to climb up You shoot them from the building you're at, and you shoot them across, and you can pick them off by breaking the windows.
No,
I don't know if that's
something like that. Something like that.
Maybe it is. I love the cover. Real simplified. Black and white with a yellow across it there. I mean, that's so... Nobody really had to put any thought into that, but that is just what makes the game so cool. Cover art's great. Never played the game. Probably saw it once. Maybe if that was the description. I'm going to say... Do I really want to go high? Yeah, I do today. I'm going to say 95. Oh, yeah.
Whoa. The Taco Bell time.
Yeah, why not, right? Okay, so I got Scott.
Whoa, yeah.
Booyah. Let's go ahead and average it out here. Now, this is divided by 6. And it's going to be an even 86. So it's a B in the B tier for Narc. Mm-hmm. Ooh, nice. Oops. It's jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
My mouse is very sensitive. What can I tell you?
It's always that sensitive.
Shut up, man. That's not funny.
It's true. It always happens to me all the time.
It's always not sensitive to everything else in life.
Let's go to the where. Let's go to the Where Am I one now. All right, let's get to the Where Am I one.
All right. Oh, here's a great game called the NES Open.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. It definitely speaks Mark's language right now.
Yes. Mario NES Open. Oh, this
Wait. Are we going to get to the Where Am I? Or sorry about that. Because we're at...
It is 10, almost 10.
It is 10.
In
Thank
1 minute.
you very much. All right. Well, okay. We'll put this one back in the list here.
Sorry about that. Just thought I'd try to...
All right. We'll put it...
There we go.
All right. Okay. You're right. You are right. Thank you very much for the correction there. Okay. We'll get to the NES Open in just a minute here. We have to, of course, get the next clues to Where Am I? All right. Oh, I was so looking forward to it, and you know Mark was too, because he's up next with the NES Open. But we have the next clues of Where Am I? And clue number 4, please. Let's see. I have a bear on my state flag.
Okay, I believe I got it now.
Yeah. Clue number 5. The mamas and papas dreamed of me. If you know who they are.
What I have is probably right.
Yep. And clue number 6. The Beach Boys sang about my girls.
Yeah.
2 clues right there gave it away as well. All right. Anybody need to take a break?
Nope.
Good.
All right. And quickly updated time right now. Mark has got another one.
Oh, okay. Mark's got another one.
And I also got another one. And Jason, good news for you. You got one. And now let's get back to it.
All right. Now back to the fun. All right. And to the game we so wanted to get in before the half hour we could. Now we can honestly say the NES Open is available for grading. Here it is, and it's put out by Toes Nintendo, September 1990. Oh no, I'm sorry. Nintendo, September 20th, 1991. Open Tournament Golf. Yes. This is a traditional golf game incorporating certain characters from the Mario series. The player's primary objective is to hit the ball into each hole with the fewest strokes by the end of the gameplay. Using a bird's eye view prior to the swing, the player can change clubs in the general direction and range that the ball will travel. And during the swing, the view shifts to a third-person perspective, and the player can determine the power the shot will have by timing a button press for a marker to stop at the desired point of the power meter, then another button to press to determine what kind of shot the ball will be. So, in the game, the player plays as Mario with Princess Toadstool acting as the caddy, giving the player tips and information. In modes with options for multiplayers, the second player plays as Luigi with Princess Daisy acting as the caddy. All right. So, without further ado, Mr. Mario himself, Mark Leota, give us the lowdown on this NES Open game.
Okay, well, pretty much Mario Golf before Mario Golf officially was a franchise.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's see. I do enjoy my Mario Golf, so yeah, this will be interesting to grade. But I think I will give this a 95.
A 95?
Ooh.
Wow, I really thought he was going to give it 100 there, but what was your reasoning for 5 points less than a perfect score there, Mr. Leota?
I honestly do not know.
Well, hey, that makes sense. I guess coming from Mario, who's as clueless as anybody, but then again. Okay, Brandon Bogart, you're up with the NES Open.
So there is a top prize. The game says there's a top prize of over $1 million.
Whoa.
In the Mushroom Kingdom Coins.
I don't know why. Also on the front cover, I feel bad for that mule that Mario just hit.
Ooh. Yeah.
But I'm still going to give it a 93. No, 92.
92, Taco Bell. All right. Gianni, you're up with the NES Open.
Okay, I've heard of this game. I know Mario's in it. I mean, the second golf game he's in on the NES. Mm-hmm. And now I'm looking at the cover art and a sprite of Mario from the game, And I've seen him wear that. He wears that as like a skin in Smash Bros. Now. Now that it's all coming full circle for me. But this one screenshot I'm seeing, he's holding his golf club, wearing his American overalls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yes, he does. And one other thing I'm seeing in this picture is he has spikes on his shoes.
Ah,
I don't know why. They look like spikes.
well, it could be that the turf is one of those things that would make you wear spikes. Maybe it's not real grass. It's probably artificial turf.
I didn't really know that.
Golfers do wear
Mario.
spikes regardless of.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I knew Mario was in this one. I don't think I knew about the other characters being in the game: Luigi, Peach, Daisy. But I'm gonna give it 100.
All right, there it is. Yes,
It's my first of the night.
there you go. 100 for Gianni Pizzi, and now Mr. Hawking, you're up with the NES Open Tournament Golf.
okay. This game, I'm a huge Mario fan, just like Mark does. And I like the cover, and I also love Mario wearing America All Worlds instead of the traditional red one, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I love Mario hit the ball and hit the gopher a little wide. So, I also get a perfect 100 as well.
There you go. Another 100. And a double up, too. Yep, 2 100s there. Okay, now that takes care of everybody. Yep, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, for the NES Open, I tell you, I have played this game. I fell in love with it, actually. I love this game. And even if Mario wasn't in it, I'd still love it. It's got a very good meter, so you can actually, see how far you're going to, your strength of the ball is going to go hit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good tips on where to put the ball, and even if you're not a golfer, you would fall in love with this game real easily because it's got the Mario characters. It's got everything you want. The cover art's perfect. It's gonna get that 100 double up.
Yeah. Woo!
Yes, and 100 there. Excuse me.
Bless you.
I got choked up on the situation.
Yeah. Let's go. I can't wait for this average.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
It should be.
It is 97.4. You guys got it. Hey, there it is. First day of the night. Yeah, baby. Very good. Let me put it up there. No.
Keep going right there. There we go. Right next to Miss Pac-Man.
There you go. Very good, gentlemen. 97.4. Is that kind of like 3.6 away from a perfect 100? Oh. Right. Okay, let's go to the next game on the list. And this one is called, oh boy, it's a football game. NES Play Action Football. Let me pull it up here. Ooh, this looks interesting. All right, let me give you the lowdown on this one here. This is by Tozai, Nintendo, September 1990. This was the one I actually gave the other one the wrong information on. But this allows players to choose from 8 teams from various cities. For licensing reasons, the original game features only the city rather than the actual name of each NFL team, and only the surnames and numbers, although a comprehensive set down to various position levels on each depth chart of actual players that were currently playing for the corresponding NFL teams during the 1989 NFL season. That was Los Angeles, Denver, San Francisco, Washington, Miami, New York, Chicago, and Houston. And the Virtual Console re-release References to the National Football League Players Association were removed, and players were given fictitious names, though their stats, numbers, and face graphics were unchanged. This game uses an isometric view, presenting the game at an angle to make it appear 3D, and the game allowed a very large number of moving objects, all the players to be on screen at the same time. Another feature was the use of the primitive digitized voices for such actions as touchdown or first down and ready, set, hut, hut, hut before the play begins. At the end of each game, Nintendo Power mascot character Nestor appears as a commentator announcing who wins and who loses. And Gianni, this game has the support of the NES satellite and the Fourscore.
Oh, yeah, Fourscore.
Yes.
Right.
So James's banes of existence on the NES accessories.
Yeah.
All right. This time we start with Brandon Bogard with NES Action Football, NES Play Action Football.
So, all right. So this isn't too bad.
Oh.
Well, there's always a show and tell on our program, and Brandon Bogard is one of those people who show and tell.
Well, we're trying to stay true to the game.
That's true. Yep.
And with this, I'm gonna give it a 94.
Ooh,
Whoa.
a Taco Bell. All right. When we had Championship Bowling, I never saw a bowling ball enter into the show and tell. So I don't know if you got one of those.
I don't have a bowling ball.
Oh, hold that thought, Jason. Hold that thought.
Oh, God.
Hold that thought.
Why do I get the feeling that I had to open my mouth on that one? In the meantime, Gianni, it's your turn while we wait for Andrew Hawking. But it's your turn.
Okay. Have not heard of this game. Did not know it was on the Virtual Console. But you kind of get that overhead. Not only do you get an overhead view, you get it kind of like sideways a little bit. You're not seeing it from like the start.
Oh, there it
You're
is.
seeing a little twisted a little bit, a little diagonal, which is kind of interesting. You don't see that too much, but AVGN. I don't know if AVGN hates the Fourscore. He talked about it in Friday the 13th when he cloned himself. No, not Nightmare on Elm Street, but he still cloned himself and made 4 players.
Mhm.
But this is probably a game where that kind of makes sense that you would use the Fourscore. So I'm gonna give this one 91.
91. All right, a Taco Bell. Hey, now Andrew, what was that? Is that for duck pins?
No, 5-pin bowling ball.
Oh, 5-pin bowling ball. Okay. So the 10-pin bowling ball is a little bit bigger.
It's the big one. It's the big one. That's why.
All right, you're up with the NES Play Action Football.
All right, so I never heard this game before, and football is one of my least favorite sports, of course.
Wow.
And I'm glad Brendan Bogard got his football all ready to go to show and tell.
Yeah.
So, and of course, I see the cover, like, okay, there's so many different teams back in the late 80s and getting before the 90s comes. So, I'm going to keep it in the theme area. 90.
90. All right. That was a 1-up for Gianni there. So he gets the 1-up, actually. Yep. But a 90 for Gianni, for Andrew Hawking. Okay, Mark Leota, you are up with NES Play Action Football.
Are you ready for some football?
No, that's rugby.
Well, it makes perfect sense. I mean, you can't go wrong with good old American football. 100.
$100! I don't believe this.
I can't believe that's 2 in a row for the Maestro Mario.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have seen so many football games on the NES. 10-Yard Fight is my favorite out of all of them, but I've never seen this one. Would I like it? I think I probably would, but I'm very disappointed with the.
Somebody passed gas again.
What?
What a mercy.
I'm very disappointed in the cover art. That is just a bunch of guys on top of each other having an orgy. Jesus.
Oh!
Yeah.
If I want to look at guys on top of each other, I go find a mountain and then put a bunch of guys on top of a mountain. This cover art spells disaster. Now, that's not knocking the gameplay. The gameplay would have some things, but the cover art just says no dice. I'm gonna say 60.
Oh.
I know I'm harsh tonight, right?
Yeah.
Because I even forewarned everybody that I was going to be a little tired, but I'm looking at these cover arts and I just am like, no. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, let's get the average here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, still respectable. To go up to the B tier, 87, even with my 60 score. Do you believe that? Right next to Narc. There you go, in the B tier. All right. Well, 87. It's still a respectable score with you guys with the high marks on it.
Yeah.
Right. Next up on the list, and you wouldn't believe this, but it is actually part of the end series. It is the new Ghostbusters 2.
Ooh.
In there, yes. Put out by HAL Laboratory, December 26, 1990. Now, this is was for the NES and the Game Boy. In the game, the player is presented with 4 Ghostbusters to choose from. That's Peter Venkman, Ray Stantz, Egon, and Winston Zeddemore. The NES version features their accountant, Louis Tully, as a 5th playable character. This, along with the North American version of Ghostbusters 2, were the only titles ever released that allowed players to play as Winston. And while the action can be performed by oneself in the NES version, a secondary player may join the game with the ability to press B on a second controller to release a ghost-catching trap. The object of the game is to trap all the ghosts in the area until an arrow appears, which alerts the player where to travel to next. The boss appears at the end of each stage. Now, that they don't have any references to Vigo, which really sucks, because you would think that with Ghostbusters 2, that's Vigo and Janisch and those dumbasses on the game. So, I mean, it just says a boss appears at the end of each stage. What kind of boss? We really don't know. But looking at the cover art, it looks pretty interesting. And this time we start with Gianni Pizzi with the new Ghostbusters 2.
Okay. Didn't we talk about the first Ghostbusters 2? I know we talked about the Ghostbusters 1.
Yes. And that was with the G's. But because of the fact that the new title makes it in the ends.
Yeah. But they made, so this is a different game than the Ghostbusters 2. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This is a different one. Okay.
Kind of like the new $25,000 pyramid.
That is true.
Oh.
New Price is Right.
Price is Right. They put the new in the game shows to make them different from their counterparts,
I didn't know about this one. I know AVGN talked about the first Ghostbusters 2.
Yes.
I really don't know what makes it new, although it looks like you're in a movie theater. A little bit watching Ghostbusters 2 in the title screen. I believe that's the title screen. Mm-hmm. But I'm not seeing much difference from the new one. I mean, I don't know why they would do that, but I'm going to have to give this one, because of that, 65.
65. Oh, yeah. I can tell, Gianni, in your tone of voice how disappointing it was, right?
Unnecessary. They didn't need it. I already had a Ghostbusters 2 on NES.
Right, exactly. And you wanted to see something that would have differentiated the differences, and
I
there
mean,
was
yeah,
really
I'm
nothing
just
there.
finding out about this now, so I'll have to look at it. But
Yeah.
still, I don't
Well,
know
you
why.
know what, dude?
AVGN would have probably talked about this. I believe he did. I'll have to go back and check that.
Your
one.
homework assignment for tonight, and yeah, I never give out homework to my tier masters, but your homework assignment, since you are the AVGN expert, see what kind of research you can find and bring us back the results next week.
Yeah.
All right, we go now to Andrew Hawking with the new Ghostbusters 2.
All right, so I never played this game, but I heard the movie version, Ghostbusters 2. And of course, the same actors on the cover, of course, with Ernie Hudson and, of course, Dan Aykroyd, the Canadian Dan Aykroyd, of course. And I hope Mark agreed with me on that part, that's why.
Uh-huh.
And of course, they always Bill Murray on the cover as well.
Right.
So there's no way I can go score what the one before me, Gianni, give already. So I'm gonna give it a little high in the A column, and I'm gonna keep in the themes 90.
Wow, 90. Holy cow. What a difference of opinion there. Okay. Well, Mark Leota, you're up with the new Ghostbusters 2.
Okay, this probably would have been more fitting for Halloween a couple weeks ago or so, but anyway, the movie version of Ghostbusters 2 was pretty good, like people have been saying. As for the game version, well, that I wouldn't know because I have not played this, but okay, well, I will say this. Ghostbusters 2, I guess it's pretty decent as a video game, but it doesn't really look that appealing to me. So, unlike this masterpiece, this is getting 51.
Oh! You know, my
Oh!
buddy James, who's watching us tonight, is actually giving us a comment about it. He says that's a little too high. I'd give it a 60. Well, you know.
Okay, at least he's a little more fair than me.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Eddie Bogard, you are up with the new Ghostbusters 2.
Who are you gonna call? Yeah.
Oh! Ooh.
Smoke weed
So-
every day.
Yeah.
I look at the gameplay images and doesn't look too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it represents the title. One of them, especially, there's a little green ghost, probably about getting attacked by our main characters. I'll give it a 97.
Wow.
Oh! I like that! I like that!
Everybody else was a high and a low to a high, a low and to a high. Wow. You guys really, either you did it or you ate it. My God. I'm the deciding factor here, and I say, look, they didn't give no reference to Vigo, Janish, the girl. What's her name?
The girl?
Yeah.
The one who played by Sigourney Weaver, that's why.
Weaver. And, of course, the secretary, Annie Potts.
Yes, I was just going to say the next one too as
Louis
well.
Tully. Yeah, they give Louis Tully, the accountant, because he did put on a Ghostbuster suit. And you know what? This is just a movie poster. Okay? Nothing here excites me because as I would rather watch the movie than play the games. And besides, James says the Ghostbusters games are as hard as ass. Right, Gianni?
Yeah.
He says they're hard as
That's
ass.
the one he kind of liked, but
Yeah, but still, even unless you got Game Genie and then you can bypass certain things, it's going to be difficult. So I'm with the guys who are saying with the D, and I give it a flat out 63.
Oh.
I give it a 63. I wish they would have gave some kind of reference to Vigo. That would have been good. No, they just say a boss. That's not. Nah. At least in the first Ghostbusters, they gave reference to Zool.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I would have probably given it a little bit of a higher score. But let's see what this one is. Ooh. This one's going right in the C tier, 73.2, just barely passed. Whoa.
Yeah. And of course, yeah. And by the way, before we go next one, by the way, the character Sigourney we replayed in Ghostbusters 2, her name is Dana Barrett.
Dana Barrett, that's right. And they didn't even give reference to her. Yep.
Yeah, I always remember the character's name. That's all it takes.
Okay, guys, it's the final 3 clues of Where Am I? So let's go ahead and get those up there so we can definitely get your scores recorded or your answers recorded. All right, we're up to clue number 7. Okay, here we go. Wrong sound effect. Clue number 7, please. Thank you. The Eagles sang of a hotel here. Clue number 8. I am the movie capital of the U.S. And clue number 9. My land is often shaken by earthquakes.
Okay.
You guys pretty much got it. Yes, James, you got yeah. But we'll reveal that later. Thank you, James, for your cooperation and your participation. James Qualls, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. We appreciate it. Yeah, give me a round of applause. Staying in and enjoying this version of Wipe Those Tears. We hope that you'll see us next week and join us again at the same time, same sandbox.
Yeah, and meanwhile, we have more update times, of course. We have Mark got another one for 18 seconds.
Whoa, 18 seconds. Okay.
And of course, for the first time tonight, Brandon Bogart finally got one with 31 seconds.
Yay!
So I'm like, well, don't worry. Whoever got one, we'll get one on the last part.
That's true, very much. All right. Well, guys, if you're ready, or does anybody need a break?
No, I'm okay.
We're ready to go for the final half hour of this.
Yes, let's do this. Let's do it.
All right. Okay, the next game on the list is going to be an interesting game I've never heard of called the New Zealand Story.
Ooh.
Yeah, the New Zealand Story. Interesting. This is put out by Software Creations, Ocean Software, Taito. Thank you. March 1991. And they have different ports to this game here. It's interesting. Wow. Different cover arts. But the gameplay, the goal of each level is to safely get Tiki through the levels, avoiding enemies, fire, and spikes. Tiki dies in one hit and rescue one of his Kiwi friends at the end. The weaponry starts out as an endless supply of arrows, but pickups can change these into bombs, lasers, or bouncing fireballs. These act a little differently, and what is useful depends upon the player's location. A distinctive feature of this game is the ability to ride a variety of flying vehicles, including balloons, blimps, and UFOs. Vehicles can be found ready for use or can be stolen from an enemy. Wow. So, yeah, and they got a lot of ports too that they went off of as well. Did it get really good reception? About 5 stars, somewhere in the 89 to about 91%, 93%. So it probably got some good reception from its critics. Okay, who's starting off with this time for the New Zealand Story?
It's I guess it's back to me, of course.
Okay, top of the order we go to Andrew Hocking. You're up with the New Zealand Story.
So I've never heard this game before, and this is I think it's like another sort of like a puzzle or action game, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So if I find this game, I will give it a try. So, and it's not just for the NES game, and they have different platforms for this game, of course. So for this one, for this version, I love to give to the themes 91.
Whoa, 91 and a Taco Bell for Andrew Hawking. There it is.
Ding dong.
There we go. All right, Mark Leota, you're up with the New Zealand story.
Okay, never heard of this one. I'm just gonna keep this simple. 50.
Oh, wow. What a difference of opinion. All right. Big F there for Mark. And now we go to Brandon Bogard with the New Zealand story.
Let me talk about this.
Smoke weed every day.
So you have
Wow.
four characters with a ball, with an arrow, some of them with a bow,
Mm-hmm.
and one who has claws because he's a crab. Then you have some weird Japanese animals.
Oh,
And some kind of like fire eagle, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And one of them, the koala, he's let me. I'm not kidding. On the back cover, that koala, he's like this.
Smoke weed every day.
yeah, you give him that.
Bogard actually looks cool in that pose. I tell you what, that should be your next picture cover, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna one up Mark 51.
51.
Oh, 51.
Oh my God.
And
Oh my God. Wow. Oh my gosh. What a great explanation. Fantastic. All right, Gianni, you're up with the New Zealand story.
Okay, this is a weird one. I don't know. There's a lot of creatures. I'm seeing that there's one for the DS. I don't know if it's a family one, but this is pretty weird. There's a lot of weird creatures. The title screen, they're all green for some reason.
Uh-huh.
And one of them looks like exactly like that. One of the robot crab from Mega Man 2 in the Bubble Man stage.
Yeah.
It's all so weird. I have no idea what's going on. There's a little chick. I don't know what's going on. Well, it does look like it probably is the same thing. Oh my God. I'm going to give it, was it 62?
62.
oh,
Oh, another buzzer. In other words, Johnny, you'd probably give it one shy meatball short of not a pasta dish.
No.
all right.
Johnny, one of these days we're gonna have to have dinner over these Nintendo games, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over there. Either you come to New Jersey, I'll come to Florida. We'll see.
There's plenty of good Italian restaurants down here in Florida that have that edge flair because they all migrated, you know?
Fish ever comes to Florida again, I'll be there.
I know you will. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, the New Zealand story. I was looking at the gameplay picture. It looks hideous. Like it just. I mean, they put no thought into this at all.
Yeah.
I've
No.
never played the game, but I mean, come on. Could they kind of give it something better? I mean, even Kirby is better than this game.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby's Adventure. I love Kirby, the Cloud. I love the Puffer. This reminds me of too much of not Kirby, but some other game that would have weird characters, kind of like our friend down here on the bottom. This one, you know, that he gave it the F. Well, this one's getting a 50 as well. It's getting a double 50.
And
Yeah.
there we go.
All right, let's see what the score is going to do. Divided by 5.
Oh, I hope it's got to be another F.
No. No, it's going to stay in the D tier at 60.8.
Ooh.
It's not an F, but it is a D. So he gets a buzzer horn. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, it was 0.8 close to failure. All right. Well, let's hear. We've got a better game here that we can all relate to. NFL football.
Here we go again.
And this time we've got it now. This for sure is NFL. Yes, by Atlas LJN.
Oh no.
The bane of James's existence. LGN, son of a bitch. 1989. Yes. This game was the first since NFL football released in 1979 for the Intellivision to get an official National Football League license intending to loosely represent the 88-89 season of the NFL. The game uses the teams and play formations of that particular era while avoiding usage of the players' names due to a lack of an NFLPA license, which was given to Tecmo's Tecmo Bowl. And the player could play one of four options, either interconference, AFC, and NFC game, or the Super Bowl, along with the option to use a package to play during the game. Players can directly control the entire team at once, and this game was one of the first NFL video games on a gaming system. The game employs a top-down system for the actual gameplay and allows players to assign handicaps to a human opponent that is not as skilled as they are. All games gave this a 2.5 out of 5. Wow, in their overview. All right. We start this time with Mark Leota.
Mark!
Oh, right. Hey, so,
There we go.
well, you know how...
Good morning.
Okay, well, like I said for the last football game, you know how much I love these sports games. So 100.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay. Just based on the fact it's a football game. No other way to go. And now we look for the show and tell man of the hour. Here is again Brandon Bogart.
So my problem would be like the players, they're designed very, very small, like very chibi looking. Like I don't think I can even see the exact football itself or where it is. I think I'm gonna, well, since it's an NFL, I'm gonna give it some leeway, but I'm just gonna give it an 80.
An 80. Okay. Respectable score there for Brandon Bogart. Okay. All right, Johnny. Now we got NFL with the LJN of
I know, of course. LGN just had to do this. Had to be LGN. Now, EVGN, I still have to watch that one where he did all the LGN games for his 200th episode.
Beetlejuice, yes.
He did do Beetlejuice too, but I like that there's an NFL game for the NES, but out of all the companies, why does it have to be LJN?
Right? Exactly. Why does it have to be?
Well, this was before EA took the license.
Yeah.
That is true, but
it
could have been any other company that wasn't LJN.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm looking at, I do like from what I'm seeing. I mean, yes, they changed the players' names, but they were able to get the logo, which is cool. Have it on the field. Does it get from football field? I don't really know. There's really nothing much bad about this game, so it will be kind of rare that I'm doing this. I'm gonna give this and put this in the B tier of an 83.
An 83 game. All right. Still a reasonable score there, Gianni, but 83. Okay. Mr. Hawking, what do you have to say about NFL football?
Okay, so this is a little better than it was before. And of course, I like the I like why they put LJN? Come on, seriously. But anything else? You know what? I agree with my other King friend, Mark Leota. I'll give it 100 as well.
All right, gives it 100 there. You got it. Yeah, double up as well, too. Got to double up on that. Okay. Well, I tell you, like I said, I like 10-Yard Fight as one of my overall favorite games of the football stuff. This here, and I was looking at the playing games of it. I was looking at it. I would rather do I don't like the side-scrolling bit as much as I like the way 10-Yard Fight is set up. So that kind of takes points off. But I do love the cover art because it's just like MLB, you know. So I'm going to actually give it a Taco Bell and give it a 90. I give it a 90. Everything else was fine except for the side scrolling. I don't like side scrolling. I like vertical. Like to throw it and then like 10-Yard Fight. That's my myth about that, you know. All right, let's see what we got here for an average. Yeah. Well, just like the football, you know, hey, this is going to go all the way 90.6. It's going to the A's, baby. Yeah. There it is. You guys got it. 90.6. Second A of the night.
And like I always say, what next?
That's it. Just A of the night. Boom, boom, yeah. All right. Next up is a racing game. And this one is called Nick Manziel's. Nick Manziel's. Whoops. Not that one. Nick Manziel's World Championship Racing. Yeah. Put out by Gremlin Graphics. Game Tech. October 1993. Actually, it's Nigel Manziel's.
Yeah. I was just because it's Nigel.
Nigel Manziel's Racing World Championship Racing was also largely successful on Amiga and DOS platforms. The player can race a single race, participate in a season of Formula One, or practice their skills on a particular racetrack. The changing of the tires is mandatory in the pit lane during the middle of each race, and weather can determine whether the player should use hard tires, soft tires, or rain tires. And before the beginning of the race, it is possible to change some aspects of the car, such as spoilers, tires, and gearbox. So, interesting. Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing. This is a Formula One racing game. Okay, we'll start with Brandon Bogard this time.
So it does look like almost every other racing game we've done on this NES tier. I think I'm just going to give it an 83.
83, okay. Interesting. Very good. All right, Gianni, you're up with Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing.
Okay, I've never heard of this racer, but from what I'm looking at, it almost looks like Rad Racer. Just like in the other game where you're looking like kind of a first-person game of racing. There's one where I'm looking at where it's kind of the sky's gray, and one of it is blue. There's clouds. It's a little bit different, weird, but you can kind of see the grass. So kind of like this a little bit. Although in that gray one, you can kind of see like the deserts, like these yellow and green mountains.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give this 77.
77.
Ooh, another again a double 7.
Yep, there we go. All right. Okay, Andrew Hocking, you're up with the World Championship Racing with Nigel Mansell.
Well, this game I never played before, and I know I like racing games, of course. And if I want to try this game, I have like so much hours playing this game. So much time playing this game. So, you know what? I'm going to give another perfect 100.
All right, another 100. Look out. He got it. Wow. Okay. All right, Mark Leota, you're up with Nigel Mansell's World Racing.
I think he's falling asleep again. Mark!
Oh, sorry.
And Nigel Mansell's World Championship Racing.
Okay, I don't think I played this one, but Well, racing games are usually pretty cool. 98.
98. Wow. All right. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, I tell you, I like Formula One racing. I like to watch it. And I like all racing games. Rad Racer, Pro RC Pro Am. Of course, NASCAR is my favorite of all of them, and I would take any day a NASCAR racing game over a Formula One. But if I had to play this game in an arcade, I would definitely test it out and probably would like it, excel at it. The fact that you have to go into the pits and make your stops and choose your tires and kind of adjust to to the conditions of the game and the racing, I'm going to definitely give this a 95. And Taco Bell. 5, yes. All right. Cover art's great too. I like it as well. All right, here we go. Well, you did it again, gentlemen. You got another A in there. It's going to be 90.6. Check it out. Check it out. And it's going right there. And you got it. Whoops. We'll move that over that way and put that there. And you got it. That's your third A of the night.
Well, you're thanking me for like 100. That's why.
That's true, but I give it about 95. High 95s in there.
Well, yeah, Jason, you and I would definitely got the good high scores. That's why.
Let's put it this way: if our score gets to about 400, over 450, we are in the 90s because we're dividing.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the next one is.
The next one up on the list is.
I love the way you say that. I love when you do that.
Horror game.
Freddy is back.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, we're getting to it.
LJN.
Again.
Over 1990. Yes. Aha. The player takes on the role of an ordinary teenager. Additional teenagers can be 3 other players with the use of the 4 score. The object is to scour the vicinity of Elm Street, collect the bones of the supernatural serial killer Freddy Krueger, and dispose of them in the local high school's furnace. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a horizontal side-scrolling beat-em-up. The game's environment is inhabited by hostile characters such as zombies, cats, dogs, skeletons, bats, rats, spiders, and minotaurs that will attack the player character. Being attacked a certain number of times will cause the player to lose a life. Because the game takes place around midnight, certain areas are initially locked off from the player and require a key to be collected for later access. Within the individual buildings, the player must collect the bones scattered throughout the level before being able to leave. When all the bones are collected, a boss battle with Freddy will commence. Defeating Freddy will both allow the player to exit the area and earn the player a key that allows access to a new area. And there's also, it's a unique to the title, is the sleep meter. The meter indicates how close the player character is to falling asleep. If even one of the player characters falls asleep, all of the player characters will be transported to an alternate version of the environment referred to as the Dream World, where the player is more vulnerable to attacks from Freddy. So you want to make sure you do not fall asleep. Yep. All right. They really didn't give it such great scores. In fact, they were very mediocre to average. In fact, there was a lot of C's and 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10s.
Mm-hmm.
Howard gave it a 2.8 out of 5, so that was almost barely overpassing. All right, we start with Gianni Pizzi with Nightmare on Elm Street and the LJN family.
That's right. And a game that we know, one of the very first games he did for a Halloween episode, like one of the very first episodes he did.
With Friday the 13th as well, too. Yep.
Friday the 13th, yeah. But that was still very early when he started doing that regularly
2006.
in 2006.
Yep. Wasn't even in the nerd room at that time. He was in his own like bedroom. I think he was in a different room. I think he was in a bedroom type, like an apartment or something. Yep.
And what was I going to say?
I don't know what you were going to say, but
I'm sorry. I got a very important email that I was going to read at someone's text, and I'll read that during a few minutes. But yes, I remember now.
Okay.
Yes, AVGN played this game. If you remember, he cloned himself during that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
With the 4 score, and then I'm not going to say what he did to the game. But he did something. He put peanut butter and chocolate syrup over the game. It was covered in plastic when he did this, but I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he took a diarrhea dump on it.
Yes,
basically.
I didn't want to actually say that.
You could say, look,
True.
you guys
But
can
the
curse
music,
on this.
I remember. I will say this: that while I'm not a big fan of some of the gameplay, I do like some the background, the color schemes. A lot of that teal or aqua blue kind of looks cool. Some of the spiders, when you get into whatever, I don't remember what it was called, the dream where when the enemies get that was what it was called. I haven't seen that episode in a while. But one of the things cool when Freddy's coming, he mentions this in the episode that you get this all cool animation or whatever. But it's unfortunately there's it's ruined with the trademark symbol.
Quickly.
So, yes, why they have to do that. I mean, it was so cool, but some of the gameplay isn't really that great. Some of the music is kind of annoying. I'm gonna give this. I do like some. I'm gonna put this in the D's because I do. Actually, no. Yeah, 69. We'll do 69.
Andrew was almost holding up that card, and I was Gianni. You got to watch your time on it.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah,
you were.
Can I be honest before you get to me? He has 1 whole second left.
I was ready.
I almost started to get worried about if you're going to be time running out.
Believe it or not, if you do get timed out, your score will not count, unfortunately.
Yeah, because I was getting the card ready. I was like, oh boy, yeah.
Gianni just made it. Oh,
yes.
All right. 1 second. 69 is the score. It's in there. Andrew, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. All right. So for this game, all right. So I never heard this game, and of course the same friend LJN once again. This game, oh my god. It's just like the same title, like in the scary movies, the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get what Johnny's score was, so I'm going to stick with the theme, and we're going with 90.
90. Wow. Oh boy. A Taco Bell. All right. What a difference of opinion there. Now we go to Mark Leota with Nightmare on Elm Street.
Once again, something that probably would have been better suited for a Halloween episode of this show.
Yeah.
True. What are you gonna do?
Anyways, 66.
Aha. Okay, Brandon Bogard, Nightmare on Elm Street.
So gameplay images, they look pretty fine. I think that they're just trying to escape the whole thing and all that. I will say this. It's a lot better than that Friday the 13th crap that we did a couple episodes ago.
Many episodes ago, because it was in the F's. Yeah.
I give it 81.
81. All right. That's a little bit better than that score. Well, having had to fail the Friday the 13th, because I don't like any horror game, because playing it after a while while you're sitting there kind of gives you the creeps. You never know what you might encounter in your times of playing these games. I would rather watch the movie, but I don't. Like I said, I don't like any horror. I don't. I don't like being scared, and I think it's a waste of time. Love the cover art. I mean, Freddy is convincing in any kind of poster you put him on. But I just, it's not going to sell me. I'm sorry. 56.
Oh,
Yeah, 56. That's just the way I feel about it. And I know somebody be like, how could you fail a game like this? Simple. I just did. Let's go ahead and average it out, and this will be the final game of the night.
I agree.
Whoa!
oh boy.
Oh boy.
If I can pick it up, it's actually going into the C tier. Do you believe this? 72.4. Wow, it just barely.
Ooh.
All right, and that's the end of the games here. Thank God it's over. All right, we shut them down. All right, that was another great game, amount of games there that we looked at this week. Of course, a couple of Halloween games and some scary ones too, for that matter. But we're getting, I think we're getting close to the halfway point now. We should be there.
I
Tell
think
us
Brandon
where
mentioned it at one point that we did make it halfway.
yeah.
Yeah, we did. We had graded 381 out of 710. We have 329 more NES games.
Ooh. NES Games 37 is what I'm going to save this as. I'm going to save it right away so I don't miss it. Oh boy. Just takes a long time to kind of like get everything
Mhm.
thinking. It's not doing anything out of the ordinary. Want to make sure I get it saved. Okay, there we go. That's saved. I'll stop sharing the screen. Okay, we'll close that. We will close. I gotta go back. There we go. Close that. All right, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and see what we have for the Where Am I? You guys got all the clues. So I'm
Mhm.
this time with Andrew Hocking. What do you think? Where am I in terms of location?
Well, I already figured it out in a few clues, first three, and now I already figured out what it is. California.
That's right. You got it. California. Exactly right. Very good. Oh, and I think we have it. Yep. And Brandon Martin even has. We've got James who said California, and Brandon Martin said California. Hey, Brandon, thank you for joining us tonight. All right, Mark Leota, did you say California?
Yes, sir. Indeed, California.
You got it, California.
Wait.
Here we come.
Which, of course, as you know, I visited last year the Super Nintendo World.
Oh yeah. All right, Gianni.
Huh?
What about you? California?
Well, I will say that I haven't been here. Actually, no, I have been here when I was very younger. But there are rumors that Fish will be touring there in April. And if it is, you know I'm going to go there. I knew this from the second or third clue when it said they have the most people. California.
You got it. Yes. Okay. For the clean sweep, Brandon Bogart, did you come up with California?
The sixth clue really confused me, but then on the eighth clue, like, oh, okay, there we go, California.
You got it. All right, a complete sweep. You got it. Nicely done. That is California, folks. Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, there we go. And
Okay.
and final times of the night, we have another one for Brandon Bogart.
All right, another one for Brandon Bogart. Let me get that set up.
And of course, the other three that would goes to Mr. Mark Leota.
Yep.
And that's it.
All right, very good. And there you have it, folks. We are done for the night. And thank you again, Tier Masters, for another great show. Next week, we'll be wrapping up the final week of the final show of November. And Thanksgiving. And then so episode 38 continues with more looks at the end games of NES. The NES end games. There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
And hopefully Scott will be back with us next week to join in on the fun. I know he does not like missing more than the time that he has to. Poor guy. I wish he was with us tonight. He didn't even have a chance to come in. He did give us one score, so that's good. But I'm hoping with us next week, and I hope you will be back with us next week as well. Thank you, James and Brandon, for being with us as well in the chat room and giving us some great comments. Like I said, you guys can comment all you want in there. Just please make them clean comments, no trolling comments. We all are, doing this and helping you, to have a good time with it. If there's anything that you'd like us to Tier Master wise or Tier Maker wise later on, once we do finish the NES games, please submit it to us, and we will definitely look into definitely a tier master list of that, of whatever you decide to submit to us, as they say. In the meantime, we're done, guys. It's over. It's finished. We're ready to go home. We'll see you next week on the program. For all me and the Tier Masters, good night. Yay. Yay. Come on.